Newmarket last time. That was against the boys, so she's backing against the girls today. She goes forward, typical March Johnson, but she actually does. And Joe Fanning, it's stall 8, which is a bit of an ask, but we see horses all the time here, 7 furlongs. They'll have a couple of furlongs before they need to get in the turn. First run on the all-weather for her. And she's related to Steeler, who won the Royal Lodge, but also ran well enough on this surface in his career. So this surface is not going to be an issue for her. If anything, it's just going to be a positive after the stuck in the mud last time.
The other horse, sort of relatively prominent and actually being backed 7-1 into 6-1, is Alia Mona, who we had a good look at in the paddock. I think it's fairly obvious that a horse on debut this time of year, whatever she does today, you'd expect her to improve upon it. But greenness would be a slight concern to me regarding whether, from what we saw in the paddock, whether she's completely straight enough to win on debut.
Yeah, exactly, and it's interesting that the money is not there for this John Gosden training. I always get the John Gosden horses completely wrong. I always back them when they lose and play against them when they win, but Monty Roberts-Durrell goes on for debuts. Obviously, she's shown some issues in the schooling stalls at home. She's looked really well in her coat down at the start, and here, albeit we always take that grain of salt down at the start.
10 seconds, 9, 8 seconds.
Better, but I mean, yeah, she did show a bit of greenness. She's now back. She's showing a little bit better
0
there,
seconds.
but she's bred to run over 1 mile and 2, up to 1 mile and 5. So early days for her.
If I said to you that I thought Girl from Ipanema was a big price, would you think I was crazy?
Well, I think you're crazy most of the time, but in that context, no, not at all. I mean, her run to finish 8th on ground she really didn't like on debut at Yarmouth, that was actually a solid run, just weakening, but not better. She got only beaten by 5 lengths. She's up first run on the all-weather, daughter of Fast Company. That should be absolutely fine. The Dam was a dirt winner in the States, and she's related to 5 all-weather winners, so I'm surprised we actually started with turf with this one.
She's a big drifter, 16-1 from 11-1. There is a bit of support for Adelita on debut for Tom Clover, who is here this evening. But the angle with Girl from Ipanema, she was forward, just got sort of bogged down in the heavy ground late on. I think if they resort to the same tactics, perhaps Girl from Ipanema might be able to extend her run a bit longer. Here's Simon with the call.
Market suspended. Market in
drifting
play.
away to the left, possibly slightly taken that way by Sunday and May. They both drop in from wide draws. Yellow Jacket of Resolute Lass going forward, Wise Judgment in the red.